everyone, it's Van Dawn. I'm just here to give you a quick list on 24 free places that you can stay overnight and not really have to worry about getting the knock. Let's just go right into the list. I have the van running because it's 102 degrees out here and I'm under a carport at my home base, but it's still really hot and I'm not going to go outside and do this. This is too much otherwise. So anyways, let's start off with number one, which would be 24-hour gyms. Planet Fitness, Anytime Fitness. There's another big one around here that's pretty expensive too, but they, if you have a gym membership, it can only help, and a lot of people have the Black Pass. It's a membership where you can go to any gym across the country and probably outside the country too. Like I'm in the United States, but there's also Canada has them too. So I'm pretty sure you can use them too if you have a membership. Number two would be safe city programs. In these big cities like Philadelphia, New York City, Atlanta, they have what's called a safe city program where you can go there and park there and be safe, and you can meet with other van life, car dwellers, anyone with a rig or an RV, and you're going to be safe because you're all contained in one area. And so I do think you have to sign up for it, but it doesn't cost anything. Number three would be a family or friend member driveway or their house that might have acres. Sometimes they just don't care. I mean, if you're not hiding it, or say someone, I don't know, maybe you don't want to tell your parents, but I don't think it's a big deal. If you are, you are. They're going to find out eventually anyways. Stay at the driveway or off the driveway in their land. They might have acres. It's not a big deal. Just ask. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do is just ask, and they can say no. But I don't think that if you're on good terms with them, they would say no. I wouldn't stay there every day. Number four is 24-hour businesses, employee parking lots. As long as they don't have like a little sticker on their car, especially if you're an employee, they might run your tag. A lot of times you can get away with a 24-hour business. Number five would be truck stops like Love's, Flying J. There's a lot of truckers that need to stop. They need to refill their gas. There's usually restrooms, and there's usually showers. You do have to pay for the showers, and it can run from anywhere from, I guess, $5 to up to $15, depending on where you go, depending where you live, depending where you're traveling through. Number six would be apartment complexes. This generally is a really good one because you can go into the visiting parking lot area. There's usually visitor spots within the spots for the people that actually live there, and they're usually marked pretty good. Sometimes not marked at all, sometimes they are. So just make sure to look on the ground as you pull up. It's usually it'll say visitor, and if it doesn't say anything, that's even better. Number seven would be rent a driveway spot. That's not free, but you could do it from Craigslist or something. So that wouldn't be one of the ones I would probably do, but you can do it if you wanted to, and I'm sure there's people out there doing that. Number eight would be residential streets. That's pretty common sense, especially if you're in a nice neighborhood and you feel safe. You have that bad feeling. People are just going to assume that you're just meeting with someone, or family or friend, or maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend. And with that, I would say that I would never park right in front of the home, obviously, for just common sense. Don't do that. Number nine would be city streets after hours. I say after 10 or 11 p.m. I can't see how they can charge. Just use your common sense, you know what I mean? And make sure you feel safe. You don't want to park somewhere where you're not sure. You're getting a weird feeling. Number 10 would be churches. You definitely have to be stealth on that one. And if there's no one there, even better. But churches are not open usually 24 hours. All the ones I've been to, and I've been to a lot of them, they're not open 24 hours. But you definitely want to be stealth on that one. If you're pulling up with a big RV or a Class C, I mean, I don't know if I would do that. I would say a van or a car trailer or, an SUV would probably be a little bit easier than an RV. But hey, you never know. Number 11 would be a police station or police stations. Just walk in and ask them. I mean, Maybe you don't have to, but I think that the best thing you can do is just walk in and say, hey, I'm coming through town. Is there any way that I can just stay here for the night? And they might want your driver's license to see if you have a bad history, but otherwise than that, they probably don't care. And they're probably glad that you asked them, because now you don't seem suspicious. Number 12, wait a minute. I'll just say that. Number 12, grocery store, mall parking lots. So grocery store, mall parking lots, be careful. There's usually security, so that could be a little iffy. Number 13 would be a casino parking. They're usually open 24 hours. If you live near a casino or you're going through a casino, no matter where you are, there's a lot of casinos out there, and they're usually 24 hours, and they are not gonna, who's gonna look? I mean, everyone, they want you to gamble, they want you to eat there. So that's a good idea. Number 14 would be parking garages. You know, you may have to pay $5 or you may not. Now, I know that if you belong to that casino or a parking garage, and you know you're going to pay. That parking garage is not going to be free, but that's one that you can still think about. Now, the one thing I will say about parking garages, that kind of goes under the casino parking. If you can find a casino parking, it might be like a parking garage, because you might go underneath like this huge multi-level area where there's parking, and sometimes you really don't have to pay because they just want you to go there and gamble. So parking garages are different than casino parking lots, so they are separate. That's why I did two different ones, but you might have to pay for the parking garage. Parking, you have to pay. So I would say next that one. Number 15 would be car dealerships. Be careful with this one. You might get locked in if they have a fence they close or a gate. But if you have I have a Toyota Sienna, an older van. If you're going to do that, I would go where they have Toyotas, like if it's a Toyota dealership. That only makes sense in my opinion, but you can do what you want to do. Number 16, I would say, is auto repair mechanic shops. You got to be careful with this one. They might get there early at 7 in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, and if they don't recognize your vehicle or they see you in there, they're definitely going to run you out, so just be careful. But that is an idea, and most mechanics don't work after, depending on where they live or depending on the mechanic, most mechanics don't work after about between 5 o'clock and 7. They're usually out of there, depending on the company. Now, if you have a huge auto mechanic company like Pep Boys, they'll list their hours locally wherever you are. You can just find out what their hours are and then go after the hours and then leave before they open. And number 17 would be emergency room parking. No one's probably going to bother you about this, or even hospital parking, because people come in and out with different vehicles all the time. Number 18 would be campgrounds, national forest, outside of national forest. Actually in the national forest, and dispersed camping. That would be like, you're not in the park exactly, but you're around the park and you're just parking right near it. And then there's sometimes campgrounds out there that are free, believe it or not. Number 19 is rest stops or rest areas where you just need to literally just stop because you don't want to drive dangerously. Number 20 will be Crackle Barrel. Behind the Crackle Barrel, not in front, unless you're going to eat there, and then I would move your rig to the behind the Crackle Barrel in the same parking lot. There's usually space there. There usually is other RVs, especially RVs, and everybody really, vans and cars, everybody really, that's a safe one. That one's one of my favorite ones. Number 21 would be a Walmart lot. Most of the time Walmart will let you stay overnight. If you're not sure, just call in from your rig or go inside and ask the manager if you can just stay overnight, and let them know that you'll be gone early in the morning between 6 and 7 a.m. And of course you want to park all the way in the back. So here's the store, you just park all the way in the back, and you want to park under a light, and you want to be parking out, facing out, so if you have to leave early in the morning, you just pull right out. You never want to pull in like this and then be where people can go by your rig and not see them. You just want to be safe that way. But they are cracking down recently on this, but it doesn't mean you can't park there. And if you're stealth, I mean really stealth, it's not going to be too obvious. I wouldn't go pull out my gas propane stove and start cooking in the Walmart parking lot. That would be really dumb. But I wouldn't recommend that, obviously. But you still can park there, especially if you're stealth and it's not too obvious. Number 22 would be industrial parks. I can't speak right today. Industrial parks. That is a good idea. Like I said, it's such a big building, a bunch of buildings usually, that no one's really monitoring them. Maybe security, depending on where you live. But I live right near industrial building parks, and I don't see any security. And there's like a lot of, so many different companies in there that it would be hard to track down the right, the right person or bother them. It'd just be a waste of their time. Number 23 would be welcome centers. So you are crossing the state line and you come across a welcome center, like welcome to Florida, welcome to Maryland, whatever it is, wherever state you're coming from. And generally they have rest stops and they have an inside area where you can get a map or a little, like a little bit about the area. And number 24 would be BLM land, last but not least. Of course, there's the apps and all, but yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that would be good. That would be one of the best ones you can do, actually, because there'll be plenty of people out there you can meet and share your experiences and your ideas and help each other out. And apps like iOverlander, Compendium, freecampsites.net, or was it either .net or .com, and there's more apps I think I even have on my phone, but I can't tell you exactly what they were, but that ones that come to my mind. Those are the real popular ones. And you can also add a camping spot, a legit camping spot, not, hey, I stayed here one night, I didn't have any problems. No, you want to share a legit camping spot that you know that you wouldn't want to get in trouble for. And that's it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much.